Hey, what's going on YouTube? Texas Triple Tapper here. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, everybody. 2016 is no longer here. So, let's move forward in 2017. Toward the end of the year, actually, I take that back. Back in July, I had gotten a phone call from my local police department, and it was really strange. And they, said, hey, we found your property. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't know what they were talking about. Long story short, this pistol was stolen from me back in 2008. Of course, I reported it stolen. Police came out, did a whole thing. And like I said, back in July, I got a phone call that they had recovered it, and I was blown away. I mean, I could not believe it. So it took them about 5 months for it to get released to me. They had to do a whole property hearing and all this other kind of stuff. Apparently, what had happened, an individual had purchased my weapon, from a pawn shop in Bryan, Texas. For those of you who may or may not be familiar with that, that is pretty close to like Bryan College Station. It's commonly known as that area. That's where Texas A&M is. Hook 'em horns, just for the record. Anyway, they had recovered it there, but they don't believe that the individual who had pawned it or tried to pawn it again was the one who stole it. So anyway, I had to drive to Bryan last week and pick it up, and they released it to me with no issues. I just had to go up there, show my ID, and sign a few places, and got my pistol back. So I wanted to do a review on it, because this pistol, aside from the fact that it was mine and it was stolen, I paid good money for it. This is actually the first handgun I ever purchased. So it's kind of sentimental to me, if you will. So let's get into the review. What the hell is this thing? This is a Taurus PT92. It is a 9mm. So I have taken the magazine out. We're gonna go ahead and clear the chamber. Nothing in there, so we're safe. When I got the pistol back, it was in pretty good shape, although it was completely filthy. I had to clean it, and I'm still actually in the process of cleaning it. It doesn't look like it had been cleaned in the last 8 or 9 years. But I mean, I took it to the range, and it functioned flawlessly. I had no issues, no jams, no malfunctions of any kind, and I mean the weapon cycled and fired flawlessly. I did order new grips. The original grips that came on it were black. I just kind of thought these looked kind of cool. And the black grips, I could not get those clean. There was just junk and dirt embedded into the grips, and I scrubbed them with a brush and just couldn't get them off. And like the finish was actually kind of coming off, and it was taking away some of the checkering and whatnot. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to replace them. So I ordered these from Amazon. They're like the pearl handle or whatever. They're not real pearl, but they look pretty cool. They give it a nice style. I think it looks nice with the stainless here. But anyway, needless to say, I was really happy to get my weapon back, and so the Prodigal gun returns. So let's get back into the review. Back to the magazine here. It holds 17 in the magazine, and then it'll do one in the pipe there for a total capacity of 18. This is all stainless steel. This weapon is very well made. If you look here, this part is cut out. It does take away some of the weight. I know a lot of competition pistols utilize this kind of deal. Like I've seen some of the Glocks, they'll cut that out to cut the weight. And like I said, it serves it pretty well. The gun, it's not a light gun, but it's not a very heavy gun. It's got a very nice balance to it, and I really enjoy shooting it. It fits my hand perfectly. It has the ambi thumb safety here, so whether you're a lefty or a righty, you can push that up. It also has what I think is cool. It has the decocker on it. And then unlike my my SIG 1911, the 45 ACP, as this sits here, I can put the safety on just like that. In my 1911, you actually have to rack the slide, then put the safety on with the hammer cocked. So with this one, you do not have to do that. This right here is the takedown lever. We'll go ahead and flip that around here. I'll kind of move out of the way. Even though I know it's not loaded, I still don't want to point it at myself. This is the other side of the takedown lever. So all you do is you push this little piece in right here. You see this little plunger kind of move, push it in and spin it down, and you hold this because it is under tension, and then it slides right off. Over the years, Taurus has kind of gotten a bad rap for poor quality, and to be honest, I haven't really messed with a Taurus in, since I lost this in 2008. But like I said, this was I bought it brand new in 2005, and I shot it for a solid three and a half years roughly, and I never had a single issue with it. I think the pistol, whoops, hey, hello spring. I think the pistol is very well built. As we have a nice segue into the spring here. This is solid steel or stainless. It's got some heft to it, and it's not plastic like you see commonly on a lot of firearms. The only little plastic piece right here, and actually I don't think this is even plastic itself, is this right here. I take that back. Yeah, this is not plastic. This is metal. I take that back. So the barrel, solid stainless barrel. So I mean it's pretty well made. It's got this little piece right here. It's kind of what slides up when the firing pin comes through. That pushes that up and kind of gives the barrel, I guess, a little bit of rise. Because whenever you rack it and you see it, the barrel doesn't cant up at all. So it's kind of unique in that sense. And again, the slide here is pretty sturdy. No nothing cheaply made here. So, and it's very easy to assemble and disassemble. The barrel just drops right in place there. You put your spring in and your guide rod there, and it's good to go. In a lot of ways, this is kind of reminiscent to me of like a 45 ACP in the way that the barrel kind of drops in, and just kind of the way that it looks. It's got the loaded indicator right here. When you put a round in the chamber, this pops out and lets you know, hey, it's loaded. It goes back together just as easily. As you see, what's keeping it here is this little flat plate here, and if I flip it, you see that little piece comes up, and now it's got like a wall. So that's what keeps it from sliding forward. So now we just put it back in the down position, slide it back on, and now you're good to go. As you can see too, it's got the serrations here, which make racking the slide very easy. Also, it doesn't have front serrations here, but if you look, this has got a nice little kind of a dimple. You can pinch it, and some people will grab their front slide, some people like to grab the rear, some people will grab in the middle. It just kind of depends on you. I'm kind of more in the rear, but you can grab it here just as easily, and it's good to go. It does stay open on the last shot, so very, very, very reliable pistol. You also have kind of a little built-in Picatinny rail that is still the stainless steel. You can put a laser or a light or little bayonet or something. I don't know if you can stab with the pistol, but I mean you can mount whatever you want on it here. If I had to pick kind of a con to this weapon, the sights. I am not crazy about the sights. The front sight is built into the slide, so you can't really take it off unless you want to file it off or whatever. But this piece right here will come out. I just don't really like the way that they look. There's nothing spectacular about them. But I will say that the way that it's set up, whenever you go and you draw it up, it does, because this rear sight is black or dark. Well, it was black when it was new, but it's kind of faded off a little bit. But it does have a nice acquisition in terms of just seeing the front post. Now, I think if I were to take maybe some kind of neon paint or nail polish or something, I could color this in and make it pop a little bit more, and then of course replace this with the newer black sight, or maybe even pull it off and paint it. But if I was going to pull it off, I'd probably just replace it. But you know, it's the sight acquisition is not terrible whenever you sight in on the target. And I've been practicing using both eyes because I want to start shooting some competition, and I want to get used to looking through both eyes. So it's not terrible in terms of the sight picture. But like I said, you know, as I do on most of my weapons, the factory stock sights, I generally don't keep them, I mean, unless they're just outstanding, which is generally not the case. But you know, some of the SIG sights are pretty cool. But anyway, like I said, you know, really happy to have this pistol back. Oh, one other thing, the trigger. Of course, it's a double action, single action pistol. Single action, you know, we'll go ahead and check it one more time. Clear. So we'll do the trigger pull. You know, it's pretty tough. I mean, like I said, it is, you know, a double action. Single action, it's not horrible. But if you look, there's a lot of that slack in the trigger, which I'm not crazy about. But once you get it, but I'll do it from this side. Once you get it back here, now I kind of got it tight in. Now we'll rack it. And you can hear the reset. Right there, it reset. So little bit of travel, but then again, not horrible. I mean, I want to say 11, 12 years ago, I think I paid, I don't know, $400 for this pistol. So, you know, it wasn't a whole ton of money back then. Still not a ton of money now. But I mean, I really like it. You know, I really like it. It shoots well. It performs well, and it's got a very nice capacity. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if there's any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave them down below. Until next time, Triple Tapper out.